won't stop giving you just good life. We will literally not stop till you live enlightened life. Manifesting the state of Parama should become Ekailashians.
I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to
Ekailasa is proper customized spiritual service, cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have Ekailasa is enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own denial, self-doubt, so much of tiredness, laziness. We can support you, aligning your diet, your attitude, your aptitude. If you are interested in enlightenment, we will immediately bring this to you. If you are not interested, we will explain the whole science, birthright of all human beings. Kailasa is responsible to provide that to all human beings. Kailasa is the backgrounds, genders, nationality, race, from every creed. There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism.
Anandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Bandvathitham Gagana Sadusham Tatvamasyadilaksham Ekham Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavathitham Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Nam Jagat Guru Mahasanidanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. If you are here, it means existence wants you to be here in this form. You are not an accident. You are an
And this may be what you think as your first time in the presence of the divine cosmic being. But this is not the first time this divine energy has graced planet Earth. And if you're watching this now, it is not a coincidence, but a cosmic intervention in your life. Now we will be seeing Parashakti, who is the divine cosmic mother, sort of Bhagwan Paramashiva, who is the primordial divinity in Hinduism.
First and foremost, relationship is with mother. Ability to relate, even idea to relate starts with mother. How to relate starts with mother. Understand your idea to relate, your ability to relate starts with mother. Mother inspire your higher consciousness to express through you. It should awaken your higher consciousness. Connecting with life as mother is the most sweetest, most beautiful, most easiest form to ever connect.
And today, out of his extreme
So let us understand what is Bhava Samadhi Darshan. What is Samadhi? Sama is oneness and Adi means source. So Samadhi means
moment we behold a deity, an avatar, a saint, or an enlightened being. As just seeing such a being can cleanse the karmas of lifetimes and create a deep lasting transformation in the receiver. Darshan is a powerful reset button on your being.
the first thing you need to understand is that divine cosmic beings are real. They manifest from Kailasa, the enlightened time-space zone, through deities and incarnations.
It is where the formless, the being of Paramashiva expresses through the Divya Sharira, the light body, and manifests as the Nijavatara, the physical form or the embodied form for us to experience Paramashiva. Human beings are not mature enough to receive the higher level experiences from the Archavatar directly. And so the avatar, the physical embodied form, has come down in the form of the Supreme Point of Hinduism to bridge the gap and create an experience of the superconscious energy in all of us.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan awakens your Kundalini Chakra conscious energies that heals, empowers, and transforms our lives.
And during the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, our neurons mirror that of the avatar. Mirroring neurons activate the process of all the observed movements or information of the avatar.
So let us understand what are the Akashic readings. Akashic readings are not predictions. They are readings from the cosmic archives. Beyond space, creation, and destruction happen simultaneously. In the dimension of time starts the path.
And now we will be learning who is the Supreme Point of Hinduism, the one who is coming, who is manifesting Devi Parashakti herself and giving us the Akashic readings.
The Supreme Concept of Hinduism is the 1008th incarnation of Paramashiva as per Hinduism, recognized by his predecessors who are enlightened masters and adepts. The Supreme Concept of Hinduism has made the science of power manifestation, yoga, and temple-based
Incumbent emperor of Suryavamsha Sarangi Samrajya, the present 293rd Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam of Kailasonata Shyamala Pita Sarvagyapitam, and the present Mahamandaleshwar, the supreme spiritual head of Mahanirvani Akara, which is the largest apex monastic order.
The Supreme Concept of Hinduism by a congregation of over 1,000 Hindu leaders.
And the Supreme Point of Hinduism is also revered as a teacher of Hinduism, the most prolific, most viewed, read and watched. Books and articles are sold, read and downloaded, with over 10,000 hours of discourses. And the Supreme Point of Hinduism has also
The Supreme Concept of Hinduism is honored as the leader of Hinduism. The most awarded, internationally recognized Hindu leader is the reviver of the 108 ancient Hindu sampradayas, including the Rudra, through 150 countries, and is the establisher of 1,000 plus Kailasa enlightenment ecosystems, and is the founder and reviver of all.
And now we will be getting into the next segment. We'll move on to the next segment.
definitive sign manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara deities, in Nijavatara manifest in Archavatara deities and Nijavatara living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in each god is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But the Shiva consciousness...
Eager to taste it, I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate.
We get you health. We get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. We get you directly to live enlightened life. Manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva.
Something great.
Nithyanandam everyone, welcome back. So now we all just saw who is the Supreme Point of Hinduism, what is the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, and what we're going to get. The Supreme Point of Hinduism will be demonstrating the powers of the third eye and sharing with all of us the experiences and results of the extraordinary manifestation of the powers awakened in us through the Diksha. We'll be manifesting the following powers of third eye, which is seeing with eyes blindfolded. And for those of you who might be wondering where the third eye is located and how it works, the third eye is a cosmic browsing center which is located between the brows, which upon initiation in the Vedagamas, the source scriptures of Hinduism, Paramashiva reveals in elaborate detail that every human being is hardwired to be able to manifest 463 plus extraordinary divine, and you need to manifest the divine, not that you are a man and you need to reach the divine. And some of you might have heard the term Siddhis. So let's look at the difference between Shakti and are on the path of enlightenment. And a few more differences between Shaktis and Siddhis are that Shaktis of Paramashiva manifest through ordinary human beings in an extraordinary way after the initiation from the avatar and are permanent, whereas Siddhis are not permanent and may divert you face, form, and causality. And as the fundamental base of Avyakta, the unmanifest, and Vyakta, the manifest existence, he performs the Panchakritya, or the 5 cosmic acts of Shrishti, creation, Sthiti, sovereign rulership and maintenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Throbhava, pulling up to delusion, and Anugraha, liberating grace for all living entities. And enlighten Hindu civilization or nation and the great cosmic borderless Hindu nation. Ever since the beginning of the civilization, the Sanatana Hindu Dharma has been a cradle of adventures never accomplished before. And all of this knowledge and the science of power manifestation are passed down from one generation to the next generation through Diksha by enlightened gurus. And the supreme point of Hindus of Vedanta, Tantra, Sri Vidya, Yoga and Yogic powers, Mantra Shastra, Siddha Vidya, science of Aushadha, Bhakti Yoga, Advaita, Paramashiva Jnana, and Paramashiva Vijnana. And this is of Hinduism, where the Vedic rishis and scientists have time-tested and verified these sciences. Vedas, which are the ultimate truth, the superior authority for Hindus, are the pure science where the ultimate truths are explained, and the Agamas, which are the scriptures where the applied technology of those scriptures is called the Shastra Pramana. And now, so the Shastra Pramana for the power of third eye reading comes from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. कपालान्तर्मनोन्यस्य तिष्ठन्मीलितलोचनः Kramena flows in succession. By that stability of the mind in inner space through the power of the third eye, one directly sees the ultimate goal Lakshyam by having the vision beyond the sight that reveals any object or place, attaining the space of oneness with the source Paramashivoham. Divyam dadami te chakshuhu pashyam me yogamaishwaram. Bhagavan Krishna says to Arjuna, but you cannot see my cosmic form. With 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which contains the description of Bhagavan Krishna's cosmic form, is completely narrated by Arjuna as he sees Bhagavan Krishna through his third eye. Below me, everything I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience all of that as me. And the next is the Pratyaksha Pramana, which is the empirical evidence from observation. And it was measured that when doing daily activities, there was high activity measured in the brain where the third eye is located. And when in deep samadhi state, only the third eye region is active in almost 90% of initiated and given as a gift to humanity by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. So we will be back in just a few minutes.
Spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the first in Archavatara deity. They manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish the sweetness is through the constitution.
Times, it awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
Make sure you become wealthy. We won't soon stop giving. Whole world should become e-Kailashian.
Contribute to the world. Let us do that.
E-Kailasa of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background.
Yes, Nithyananda, everyone. So now we will be getting into the live demonstration. And today I will be using this eye band to blindfold my eyes. So Ma Amita will be putting this on my eyes. So this is just a blindfold and eye band, which is used for people who are not able, and behind that thick sponge, black sponge, which will not allow any light to go anywhere. And then we have the comments out. You can put anything you would like. You can put a sequence of emojis, a sequence of numbers, a sequence of words, or something which doesn't even make sense, and I will be reading it out. So now Amrita will be putting it on my eyes. All of you can see that. Now all of you can see that the eye band has been put on me. All of you can see. So I'll be turning to all the 4 directions, to my right, to my left, up, to my third eye now. So now any of you watching us live on YouTube can put in your comments and we will be reading it. I will be reading it. Mamita will be projecting the comments for me. Emoji or a fruit. And then I think another fruit, or sorry, no, it's a person meditating, and then a cat. Anyone else? Yes, so I think that last emoji in the first comment is face. Anyone else would like to put in your comments? Anyone watching us? And in that time, I also have this Bhagavad Gita decoded book with me. Expressions of me. I am Mahajalandhara Sthitananda in brackets. All of you can see. Okay, so now I'll be reading out the pages. That is a continuation of the sentence on page 1172. Then it says, once you understand how to love the people around you, only then can you love God. You cannot hate your neighbor, brother, or spouse and love only God. And we have eye closed. I don't know what that means. I guess it's some acid. But yes, thank you, Ma, for giving a word which I think was a bit hard to pronounce. My Ivan. And we will be getting into the next power. But before that, I think we have another comment from Selain Ji, who has put Candy. Okay, I think in that time, before she removes it, we have another comment from Stephanie. She has put an equal sign and then that. Yes, so now all of you can see the eye band. It is just as it is, as it was before it was put on me. Yes, and now we will be moving on to the next.
Spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. That other Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making. They manifest in Archavatara, deity. They manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask.
Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only.
To relish the sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
This of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
We get you health. We get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. Literally not stop till you live enlightened life. manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva.
Any illnesses, diseases, or medically diagnosed issues and problems with the solutions through the awakened third eye. So the Shastra Pramana for this power of body scanning comes from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. Swadehe Jagato Vapi, body Swadeha, or the whole universe, simultaneously consists of the essential reality. They are being absorbed in their source cause Paramashiva. By their experience of such stressful awareness, one becomes complete from all thoughts, and the altar was a Siddha and one of the most prominent disciples of Agatya. And one day, a man suffering from severe headache comes to Agatya for healing. After the surgery is completed, success Paramashiva. So these few devotees and disciples have shared their experience of manifesting the power of body scanning. And now we will be witnessing a live demonstration of the power of body scanning. Devi Madhu, who has put body scanning and healing, please. Yes, ma, I will be doing a body scanning for you now. I will be chanting the Mahavakya and starting. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda. Okay. Ma Devi, and basically it's affecting your entire day. So that heat is affecting your body a lot, that it is affecting your day. And because it is affecting the thought process and it is increasing your stress, get organic fruits. Don't make sure that it's organic, and get those fruits and make the juice yourself at home. You can grind the fruits and make the juice itself, 4 to 5 cups a day of fruit juices. That will help remove the heat which is getting accumulated in your body. Water. So this is what I was able to see as the solution. So if you're able to relate to what was revealed, you can get back in the comment section. And I also see Prabjot Gill, who has asked for a body scanning. I was able to see that for you, when I did the body scanning, I was able to see that physically there is not much of a problem. It's just not because of anything internal. It is because of lots of external pressure which you're putting on your body. So I was able to see it. That will help make sure that even whatever you're doing now doesn't put external pressure on your body. So this is what I was able to see, Aya. And I also see that you've asked how to take care of the Venkateshwara deity. So you can actually you can take care like some soap, some food. You can keep the normal everyday things which we use. You can keep it for Venkateshwara, like the brush, paste, soap, and anything else. And you can also, as asked, I'm very much depressed, ma. Thank you for your body scanning, ma. Please heal me, ma. Yes, ma. During the body scanning itself, healing also happens. And I have also given healing separately. You will be healed, ma, with the grace and blessings of Swamiji. I see Ma Mahajanendra Nithyananda has asked, when do the Kalvarava readings take place? And so yes, ma, every Sunday before the Kalvarava Bhava Samadhi, before the Kalvarava. So there's a link which you can sign up for. You can contact any of the causers and get the link to sign up for the Akashic reading. And now with this, for everyone else who has asked, now due to the interest of time, we will be concluding the session, but every day at 2 a.m. IST and 4 p.m. IST, we will be having manifestation segment, and we will be moving on to the further segments. So please stay tuned. Thank you, Nithyananda.
Spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifest the cosmic beings in Archavatara deities, in manifest in Archavatara deities and Nijavatara living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness.
When I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan and creates a deepness and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
Who is Devi Parashakti, and how can you connect with Devi Parashakti?
Now we will be seeing the Dhyana Shloka of Devi Parashakti, which comes from the Lalita Sahasranamam. Sindhuraruna Vigraham Trinayanam Ambikam.
And the translation goes, the Divine Mother is to be meditated upon as shining in a vermilion red body with triple eyes sporting a crown of rubies. Set it.
Arunam Karunam Tarangatakshim Dritapashankusha Pushpabana Chapam Animadhibiravrita Mayukaihi Rahamityeva.
We can go to the previous slide, please. I meditate. The translation for this verse is that he is a self within.
And Devi is the ultimate pure Shakti, source energy, the source power from which all of us came, all of us are in right now, and which all of us are going to merge into.
Gracing us, answering all of our questions, attending to our prayers, giving boons, healing us, revealing our past, present, and future, delivering profound spiritual truths, and ultimately giving us the experience of Paramashivoham itself.
Shripura Chintamani Parashodasi, sitting as part of Paramashiva, Parameshwari, who rules the world, Paramashakti Manonmani Meenakshi, as Nithyananda, Nithyananda, I came here as Nijavatara with great compassion. I am blessing, listen people, to do good to all of you. I took the form of Nithyananda and came down as Nijavatara.
Raising in Omkara, blossoming as Shiva, Shiva manifesting as the source of existence, powers of existence, expanding as the 8 directions, existing as the 9 grahas, blossoming as the 10 indriyas, being as the 11 rudras, creating all the world,
Paramashivan Parashakti at that moment. She is there on your screen, so always receive her very traditionally. You can keep 2 betel leaves, 1 banana, 1 betel nut, and a coin in front of the screen. Swamiji says, I'm not trying to monetize. Keep even 1 cent, it is okay. So for 100 days, if you have darshan, it will add up to $1. In India, even 1 paise is okay.
Your sentiment that really she is there. You will not take the Devi Darshan for granted. Rituals will break your monotonous, unconscious mentality and lifestyle and remind you to and raise you to the powerful cognition. It will break your
And keep it in front of the screen as you see it being projected. So you can place everything on a plate, and if you would like, you can also keep some fresh flowers.
She has been giving solutions for all of humanity and what we can learn and how we can save ourselves during this pandemic. We'll be right back after a short break.
Akashic sites. Yes, so now we will be learning fire. So nothing can be destroyed. Please understand. Okay, so we will be back.
Nithyananda, welcome back to all the viewers. In this next segment, we'll be understanding the beautiful, wise, and compassionate guidance to ensure that each and every one of us are taking the steps to protect ourselves during these extremely intense and dark times. As we navigate this very dark world, guidance during this time. So now I request if we can project this slide on how Devi Parashakti has revealed how yes, so while we are getting that to you and we are preparing that on our side, each and every one of us, I hope, can take a few minutes to share this link, and as well make sure that you are following this official handles community who are connected with us in this grand social network in order to enrich and bring more and more good, peace, and happiness. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is making that happen across the world. So in this next segment, we will be understanding how Devi Parashakti had meaning. Yes, Devi Parashakti revealed on the 3rd of June 2021, not only are people dying in crores, financial and mental retardedness, you will see minds getting collapsed. Freedom from all this suffering is the life of living enlightenment. First, prevent yourself from this. Symptoms like depression and anxiety are also showing to be common in those who have contracted COVID-19. And as you can see here, this is from Global News, and this is another article by BMC. So here it says the impact of COVID-19 on mental health, and it's showing the results. We're saying that our results indicate that students closer to graduating faced increases in anxiety, feeling of loneliness and depression, and solving their mental health problems. So again, we're seeing, we can go to the next slide. Again, we're seeing the rates of anxiety and depression among college students. And again, this is from June 10th, 2021. The article proceeds to say that the Dartmouth College researchers began tracking 217 students when they entered the school as freshmen. This is from Andrew Campbell, a researcher and computer science professor. Yes, let us now watch this brief video.
In you does not end while your body drops dead. It moves from different universes, but ultimately to get enlightened. Complete liberation, ecosystems. Hindu, Jnana, Sannyasa, Yoga, Grihastha, multiple spiritual ecosystems at speed and space. Now, too many souls from the cosmos has been accelerated. An intense ecosystem for great enlightened beings and incarnations to land is being and experience liberation. Kailasa is the space. Cosmic truths will be the truths of the country, society, ecosystem, society, country, judiciary, because Kailasa, cosmic ecosystem is manifesting. Expansion of the universe has been accelerated. Universe is...
Yes, so what Devi Parashakti had said, different time zones as per its free will, knowledge and desire, but ultimately to get enlightened, complete liberation, Paramashiva Padam, your soul has to come back to this Karma Bhumi, the Mu Mandala. And space. Now too many souls are from the cosmos is landing into this Bhu Mandala to be a part of Kailasa and manifest Kailasa. That is the reasons will be attracted to Kailasa and experience liberation. Kailasa is the space where Sanatana Hindu Dharma, the cosmic science, is nationalism. This cosmic law is country law. Sanatana Hindu Dharma is nationalism. This cosmic truth will be true because Kailasa, the cosmic ecosystem, is manifesting expansion of the universe, has been accelerated. The universe is celebrating the happening of my Nijavatara decision and manifestation of the Nijavatara, the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, who is manifested on planet Earth. What a beautiful thing. What a beautiful sacred sentiment. The whole universe is celebrating, is expanding in joy and celebration out of this time.
You are looking at the most detailed three-dimensional map of the universe known to humankind, and it's called the Sloan Digital on the remaining mysteries of the universe. Let's go on a journey from the local stars to the largest scales of our universe. Beyond the local stars that draw familiar constellations in the night sky in the neighborhood of the Earth, in addition to our own Milky Way pictures of the visible universe, and we'll tell you about how we're mapping it out. Since 1998, the acceleration may be accounted for by either assuming that there exists some mysterious dark energy or by modifying Einstein's theory of gravity called general relativity. In the same year, determined by observing the systematic shift of galactic light induced by the expansion of the universe, the so-called redshift. In this new map of our universe, it focused on different classes of galaxies, nearby galaxies, red galaxies, more distant star-forming galaxies, and superluminous distant active galaxies called quasars. Own mapping of the extragalactic
Yes, what the video
sky
is
and
done,
just
we can move on
recently
to the next
finished
slide.
measuring distances for 1 million galaxies and quasars. These successive back to about 400,000 years after the birth of the universe, also known as the Big Bang. Adding the EBOS data to the previous lone explorer tools for shedding light on dark energy, and also for constraining the theory of general relativity, leading to a better understanding of the fundamental laws that rule our universe.
Yes. So as this video elaborately explained, the universe is not just expanding, but its expansion is accelerated. The rate at which the universe is expanding exactly is, and it's saying that the fresh evidence suggests that the universe is expanding faster today than it did in its infancy, a difference that had set off a search to understand what cosmic forces could be in play. If confirmed, the changing rate, which is 9% faster than it had been projected, would force us to reconsider a fundamental aspect of the whole cosmos. It's really amazing. Science today, the media, and all the institutions even put together are not even able to understand what's going on here. What are the fundamental laws and forces and cosmic laws at play? What is going on, and why is the universe expanding? And according to this article, and how we can benefit at this time. Now, we also have an article from the Harvard University, how it's saying, don't worry, the expansion of the universe is still accelerating. A supernova out of the picture, we will still have sufficient evidence, including fluctuations in the cosmic microwave, the background and radiation from the early universe, what it means, and given us the science, not just what it means, but also what does it mean to us on a individual level. Okay, the universe is expanding, just as Devi Parashakti had revealed.
Listen, the key information, the key line I wanted last few years, I am screaming in top of my voice that superconscious breakthrough. It's a dark energy, the dark matter, in that level, the unmanifest, in avyakta, unmanifest level, it's in the dark energy, in the dark matter, unmanifest, avyakta swarupa of Paramashiva. See, the triggering of expansion, not just expansion, acceleration of expansion is happening from that dark energy, dark matter. I will call it a superconscious energy, superconscious matter. See, because the human eyes can't cognize, human beings are calling it as a dark matter, but because will use, but unfortunately scientists have their own limitation. With the two eyes, as Jyoti, Sutta Swayam Prakasa Jyoti, Jyoti Mandala. What we show as Jyoti of Arunachala. Acceleration of expansion is from the unmanifest, avyakta sarira of Paramashiva. The unmanifest earth to facilitate this only.
Yes, moving on to the next slide, please. So as we do now, we'll now move on and understand how Devi Parashakti has revealed about immunity. After our body has undergone COVID-19, has had the COVID in their body and has been a patient of the virus, then the whole immune system already has coronavirus. So now we'll just be understanding how what Devi Parashakti revealed about the immunosuppression of COVID-19 on the body, the effects on the body, and we have seen how this has happened. Yes. We can go on to the next slide, please. Yes, we'll watch this video.
You will be able to sit in Padmasana like me. Eat the rice, induce flexibility, samana and prana. Detox your body and clear apana.
Eat the rice with neem flour. This is the instruction for the whole humanity. Neem flour and rice will heal the body, remove all the pains, induce flexibility, samana and prana, and detox the body and clear apana. And actually, we have seen in different magazines, the leaves have plenty of therapeutic benefit, which explains its many uses in Ayurvedic medicine since ages. And the neem flower actually has therapeutic purposes. Also, the neem flowers are extremely effective in losing fat, mostly from the belly area. The flower is known for its potent properties, which help in fat breakdown, liver, and removes unwanted toxins from the body. It is good for the liver as it acts as a purifier. Consuming neem flowers on a regular basis helps improve metabolism as well. It helps improve the blood circulation and is good for immunity and offers great positivity. Especially when toxins are cleaned out of the blood, we can visibly see another organ and stop being literally recycled in our blood. The next slide, please. Yes, another, well as being able to reverse and attack the anti-mutant cells. So in breast cancer formation and liver cancer formation, it is actually reducing the effects of and reducing the early stages of salt. And like that, for 3 days, you can keep it in an airtight container, and it can be roasted in really benefit and transform your life. And this is exactly what Devi Parashakti had said, enlivened by the neem flower. And it cures any kind of anxiety that you have, any depression that you have, and everything else. So now this brings us to a conclusion of this segment in today's program. You will, after a quick break.
Nityananda Shakti comes in front of you. What is important is the receptivity that you have to be able to receive the energy that she showers and bestows upon you.
Of cost. Two, what you have spent so much money on. Just giving as an example, the attitude that you carry towards it itself will
enable the receptivity in you so that you can avail the divine grace and blessings is in the space of gratitude, offering your gratitude, expressing your gratitude to the divine. And this segment, that is exactly what we are going to be seeing. The divine is not made of fear nor of greed. When an avatar lands, the offerings are purely a part of the grand Leela played out for the only purpose of enlightenment. What we are going to be seeing in this segment is some of such. The next slide, please. There's a beautiful Dhyana shloka of Devi Parashakti. Induni bhaveda karavahmi nayanam syat pankajavara. Moonlight face holding the Vedas on one hand, fire in the eyes with lotus flower bracing and blessing hands. Devim Chandrinetram Shashini Bhavadanam Vedahastam Dadhanam Savye Padmam Varadam Apare Chabhayam Chakshamalam Divyairabharanair Vibhushitatanam the Veda. Lotus and gracing with blessing and facing hands. She is wearing beautiful ornaments and is worshipped by Brahma and other gods. Are the ways through which you can connect to that cosmic light. If you see the offerings today, will be majority will be of gold, because gold is a very set people wear, or be it the way the temples are made, the paintings and everything. It's made of gold. Because gold is an extremely precious and high alchemy metal which can hold the energy of alchemy. The next slide, please. Everything is built on the gold things. And when one had to be saved from life-threatening, the Hindu civilization thrived on the banks of rivers of gold called the Hiranya Maya. Let us see what these offerings are and how that can benefit us and connect us. The further slides. The first is the offering of E-Hundi. Bhakti Priya, Bhakti Gamya, Bhakti Vasya, Bhayapaha. The next slide. E-Hundi, when if you see in Sanatana, when we are brought all the time later the Hundi before you take the Arati. That's how we are taught our very lifestyle, because expressing gratitude, connecting with the divine starts by offering rituals, expressing our gratitude in some form or the other. Now you can take that one step to begin expressing your gratitude and offering, where when you offer the E-Hundi, the space of gratitude gets awakened in.
The next is a Sankalpa chant. Sayayathan Mohyate without interest in anything, gives that knowledge that leads to salvation and gives us in wealth and materialistic sense. This comes in Devi Mahatmya, chapter 12, verse 34. Understand, your name is chanted during the Sankalpa mantra, while the conscious resolution for the ritual is taken. And this is just $1 only, and you can make your offering now. Namah Parayana Prita, she who likes a repetition of her various names. Here, when it's said as names, it's not just the names, but every dimension that is told. Sahasranama is 1,000 names of Devi Parashakti. So in Lalita, this is Sahasranama Swarna Pasa. Just $75, $151, and $51. Next is Mukta Anguti, finger ring with a pearl. Muktahara lasat kirita ruchiram purnendu pranatosmi santatamaham karunyavaranidhim. Ainakshi, whose crown has garlands of pearls, and the face shining like a full moon, who wears anklets that are studded with gemstones, and has small bell, who is shining like the splendor of a lotus, who grants all. Offer the Mukta Anguti, that finger ring with a pearl, to experience that ocean-like compassion of Devi Parashakti. It's like Surabhivarshini. It is told as the Surabhivarshini because when your Sahasrara chakra flowers, it releases nectar, the Amrita. And when it is releasing that significant, because this represents that Amrita overflowing from your Sahasrara chakra. So offer the Mahantika to Devi Parashakti and receive her blessings of achieving of this.
A very, very, very profound and an extremely beautiful offering. There's a very beautiful line that comes in the Guru Ashtakam. It says, Shariram Surupam, sings in this verse. He says, you can have a good form, handsome body and a very beautiful form, very beautiful wife, and then you can have like an extremely, good name and fame and extreme knowledge, wealth, power, wealth as stable and as much as Mount Meru. But of what use it is if you are not means, and it says how the whole samsara sagara, all the pleasure, pain, joy, sorrow, everything, the only boat which can take you to this relationship, offering your gratitude at the feet of the Guru, forms the base of the worship, of the connection. Such highly revered and highly regarded is the Guru worship. And in that Pratyaksha Pada Puja, is one of because of the very existence itself. Pratyaksha Pada Puja is a once in a lifetime experience for each and everyone who just experiences it. Where you offer, for all of us, we are indeed blessed because our Guru. So for anybody that wants to offer the Pratyaksha Pada Puja, please do not miss this, one of the best opportunities, the best experiences you can give for yourself in your life. So please make sure to offer the Pratyaksha Pada Puja. That too, the Guru Purnima is coming up, and itself on the day of Guru Purnima. So please go ahead and do register for the Pratyaksha Pada Puja. Do not miss this once in a lifetime experience. The next test, and you'll give her a very good, you'll dress her up all the way you like, you give her the best things that you want to. A best way to experience that is offering the Vastra Seva, is the E-Hundi. Second is a Sankalpa chanting. And the third is Devi Sahasranama Swaranakasi. The fourth one is the Mukta Anguti, the finger, pearl finger ring. The fifth is the Swarana Padma, and all the benefits and blessings of offering the sevas. So we will now project the link for all of you to register. Please take a moment or two and open it. And if you want to make the payment right now, you can visit tiny.cc/Devi-offerings. For all of your ease and comfort, we'll be guiding you all through this, how to make the offering. So please take a minute or two. These are case sensitive, so make sure you enter everything in the lower case. You can open this.
Paramashivoham.
open form. So I repeat, you will see the Parashakti Bhava Samadhi Darshan. So you will actually see
Yes. Here you all can see as it opens up to the page. It takes you all to the portal. It will show you.
you can choose from a range of offerings. So there's a box called Sevas. Next to that, the offerings listed there. Yes, you can click that one. Now let's say you choose Pratyaksha Pada Puja. Once you come to add to cart, scroll down and then yes. Details.
You can go ahead and place your order. Please make sure to fill all the required fields. And here you can see. Yeah, and here you can see. Yes. And you can see the you can see towards the bottom. You can go ahead and fill the consent, and you can directly go to the bottom, and you can go ahead and place the order. So only when you make the payment, you'll be able to /Sankalpa 2021. Please go to tiny.cc/Sankalpa 2021. Yes, this is the form that will open up. Please make sure this is ensured. Please make sure you fill this so that we are sure that you get the best experience and the best benefits of offering the seva. So please fill all the details and enter the prayer that the particular boon or prayer that you want to request for, and then you can also enter the family details and everything. It will be coming in the next page. Here you are only going to be entering before taking. Yes, go down, and you can go ahead and click the next page. Yes. Now, if you that are wanting to offer now, these are the two first steps that you need to take, and these two simple steps will complete your whole offering of to Devi Parashakti.
So in the comment section, you will see that there is a small dollar symbol. Yes, you can click on the dollar symbol now. And yes, and in that, once you click on the dollar symbol, you will get 3 different options. So, okay, so here is the super sticker option. Okay, super sticker option. This is a nice way through any sticker that you want. Here you can choose how many are in your unit currency it will come. So you can choose whatever amount that you want to offer and click that. So here if you see, you can, yes, you can disclose it. Huh? The next is how to become a member. So click the join button. And once you click the join button, you will see
the link and you can just click on to, you'll be able to make your offering. So just once you can click and add the payment details, couch sitting where you are, just on YouTube, you can still go ahead and make the offering. Most important is that you experience that space of gratitude opening up in you, the receptivity awakening in you to receive the amazing truths and revelation you can do.
Spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism is fasting. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara deity. They manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask. Bless you.
You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan, transformation in us.
Direct spiritual support, and we make sure you become wealthy. We won't stop giving you just good life. We will literally not stop till you live enlightened life. Whole world should become e-Kailashians.
I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world.
E-Kailasa is crop of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. E-Kailasa is enlightenment ecosystem, literally oil from life, self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, so much of tiredness, laziness. We can support you, aligning your diet, your attitude. If you are interested in enlightenment, we will immediately bring this to you. If you are not interested, we will, because enlightenment is the birthright of all human beings. Kailasa is responsible to provide that to all human beings, teaching millions of people from all cultures, time zones, background, knowledge available to you, served to you in your home without even you moving out of your couch, free of cost.
COVID care centers today are necessary. And what is the situation the world is facing today? The world as we see today, Human Rights Watch has reported that more than 1.5 billion 36.5% of US college students pointed to stress as the biggest reason why their academic performance suffered negatively for the past 12 months. In addition, 29.5% listed anxiety are currently affected due to school closures in response to the pandemic. According to UNICEF monitoring, 46 countries are currently implementing nationwide closures. 27 countries are implementing local closures, impacting about 72. More than 70% of the world's student population has been impacted by the corona pandemic. In a survey in the United Kingdom, 83% said that the pandemic had made their conditions worse. 26% said they were unable to access mental health support. Peer support groups and face-to-face schools are closed. On the one hand, on the other hand, the people having mental health disorders, mental illnesses who need mental health support are not able to has disrupted or halted critical mental health services in 93% of the countries worldwide, while the demand for mental health is increasing support, but just at the time when this mental health support is critically needed, it is not available. That is were later diagnosed with a mental health disorder such as anxiety or mood disorders. If one sees the statistics worldwide about how the world is impacted by this COVID-19 pandemic, we can see that not only the physical impact of this virus that is induced because of the insecurity of the future, all this combining and raising the mental healthcare issues worldwide. Surveys also found that compared to 13% of all adults and 26% reporting serious thoughts of suicide compared to 11% of all adults. Every year, over 1.2 million students drop out of high school in the year on time. Now that is the situation the world is in today, where the COVID-19 pandemic has created an impact worldwide across various segments, but also a crisis in the form of increased mental health disorders, from stress, anxiety, depression, all these contributing, worsening to the worsening situation and have been and are being done by Kailasa's Department of Education. Kailasa, as we know, headed, founded, guided by Hinduism. As we all heard in the satsang a few hours back, Bhagwan revealed in dire detail what the world is facing, what Hinduism is facing, the loss because of involves. And before we get into that, let us take a few minutes to register ourselves for the COVID Care Protection Center, which /kailasa.org/Kailasa Care. And now the whole Gurukul, real Hindu Gurukul, Hindu University atmosphere I had in Tiruvannamalai in 1970s is what I am trying to reproduce, or creating an enlightened civilization with yogic body and Vedic mind. The Nithyananda Gurukul is a mystical Vedic school established by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Here itself is not for education. The Gurukul brings to the world the right kind of education that empowers us. The system was not about continuously giving words, ideas, concepts, theories, or theologies. It was about a way or you educate yourself. If it is based on the weakest link, it is called generalization, dilution. Dilution for specialization, not for generalization. It is for specialization, not for generalization. Education means putting set of ideas into your head, you vomit it. In Gurukul, there is no education. There is only initiations. Initiation means empowering you with powers of education is educating the child to be manifesting whatever he is capable of and being a very good, beautiful, and best contributing citizen by the thought current you carry. The person who will be made to speak in the presence of the Pandits is real education. If we are teaching the science of completion to our kids, we should be able to guarantee you can't even get one lie out of a Gurukul being. For hours, you cannot speak on a subject unless it has become your thought current, the way you cognize. Change of thought current, transformation of thought current is the success of education. Each Upanishad-centric. Our Gurukuls are not teacher-centric. Our Gurukuls are education-centric. Student can develop, invent something which his Guru does not know. Gurukuls are not with the set of rules or frame. They only supported people to explore the highest possible creativity. It's embankment, not dam. That is why many of the Advaita Guru's disciples were Vishishta Advaitas or Advaitis, or many of the Vishishta Advaiti spoon-fed. You are not spoon-fed, you're only given spoon. The freedom itself shows, otherwise you will be shocked. Ramanuja's Guru, there are many Advaitis who studied at the feet of Dvaitis or Vishishta Advaitis. But Sanatana Hindu Dharma, unfortunately, in the modern day, because teachers have not taken the responsibility to be education-centric, it has become more teacher-centric. The Shanti mantra reads, Sahana Vavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu. So praying along with the student, it is not a one-upmanship of the teacher over the student. Actually, it is the disciple to travel, discover, reinvent, invent their own paths, their own methodologies. He continues to encourage the freedom to explore, create, the constructive freedom they enjoy. With the principles of completion, the four tattvas of integrity, authenticity, this literally fearlessness to one and all, to every being in this cosmos. Because one is established in the vow of ahimsa, in the fundamental truth of ahimsa or non-violence. With this only, the Balasans of the Nithyananda dropping their thorns. Yes, that is, the rose plants actually drop their thorns, something which nature provides as natural protection, that was imparted as a teaching to the students and which they lived, they radiated while literally nurturing, caring for, and bringing up these rose plants, which reciprocated by drops. Watch this video, a satsang excerpt by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Any human society which is imposed on that society more than 60 years. Now 60 years is over. Is where the teachers and students live together in one place. If needed, let the parents what you say. Understand? They do what you do. They won't do what you say. The future of the Indian education system, I can say, the future of the any intelligent education system will be through our Gurukul system. It is going to be the Gurukuls and the student. Student need to study the teacher. Teacher need to study the student. Understand? Few things are basic for everyone, like science of completion and enlightenment. Other than the science of enlightenment, all other things, master selects the subject in which the student will be successful with the science of enlightenment, with the truth of enlightenment, as the context. Even if you learn the archery, if you learn plumbing, transmission of the knowledge, not transfer of knowledge. It is not just information based.
And that was a glimpse, an excerpt of what the Indian education system is all about. Today, sorry for the technical glitch. Today, education is known to be the key factor to enable of not only every child, but to humanity as a whole. The Gurukul system is known to be the knowledge transmission system of Hinduism, one of the pillars which kept Sanatana Hindu Dharma alive and standing as the world's Gurukul system is being revived in its entirety. Gurukul literally means living in the Gurukul of meditative states and enlightened beings. It has been found that in a normal waking state alone, their brain waves show that they are in a complete meditative state despite being fully active and engaged. In the world of athletics, this state is casually walk, talk, and engage with life, settled in this peak neurological layer. This is also known as the mirror neuron effect. In this way, there is no better teacher than the enlightened Guru, who, as per modern science, exists at as the superconscious biological science of knowledge transmission has been diminishing at an unprecedented rate. Findings the colonial rulers had, which marked the most pathetic way of cunningly destroying the Gurukul system, because they understood the impact that their education system had, literally deciphering the strengths, the very core of the Gurukul system of education, and then systematically destroying it inch by inch from the whole of India. And that allowed the further destructions also to see historically the destructions that have been caused by the invaders, the barbaric invaders of the Vedic civilization. What they left behind was 13,000 universities across more than 80% of Hinduism's indigenous knowledge. To hear Thomas Macaulay in 1836, after deciphering the strength, no Hindu who has received an English education ever continues to be sincerely attached to his religion. The Hindu religion is so extravagantly, once of education are followed up, there will not be a single idolater among the respectable classes in Bengal 30 years hence. And this will be effected without any efforts to proselytize, without this Nithyananda Gurukul, where it heralds and is leading the fundamental change of the education, the grand revival, actually in Adi Kailasa Sarvajna Peetham. In 2008, one can see the students of the Nithyananda Gurukul practicing yoga and meditation under the sacred Kalpa Vriksha, the banyan tree. 50% of Gurukul Balasans study 1 to 3 years ahead of their age group, scoring in the top 10 to 20% of Mensa, as one knows, one of the top quizzes which evaluate across the board this performance. And that goes to show how the Gurukul system of education awakens the full brain, as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has explained time and again, is the basis of the Hindu system of education. The trained Shivastambha Yoga Acharyas or teachers. In 2018, by the awakening of the third eye power, so the student is able to do these yogic fiats along with the power awakened, the Kundalini energy awakened because of the third eye awakening. Here we see the Balasant personally being taught the once lost science of Dhanurvidya or archery in Adi Kailas Sarvajna Peetham in the Nithyananda is something that comes very naturally, because as one knows, in the Gurukul system of education, it is not strong. Instead, they are just able to download or pick it up. And the Gurukul Balasans living the life of Agama Shastra, Agamic Shastras of one of the Nithyananda Gurukul, demonstrating the ability to read blindfolded through the initiation of the Guru, whereby the Guru awakens the non-mechanical parts of the brain. Hundreds of Balasans and peacekeepers of Kailasa express Kailasa Sarvajna Peetham. Kailasa Sarvajna Peetham. Vakyartha Sadas is a highly engaging exercise of internalizing the highest, almost verbalizes. It's almost like a debate, an intellectual debate, but not from the space of trying to prove one's point. 11th March 2017, the seeds of the training sown by the Vakyartha Sadas in their formative years flowers very quickly as the Balasans of the Nithyananda Tiruvannamalai in India and the Raja Gurukul being the traditional Hindu finishing school training for leaders graduating from the Gurukul. 20th May 2000. And what impact the Gurukul has, one can see statistically also, where it shows whole brain learning, stress-free living, repeated verbatim. That is what is Ipasantagrahi, which is a very natural accomplishment at the Nithyananda Gurukul. And now coming to Kailasa's reviving and presenting the world's most ancient lost knowledge in a user-friendly way. Ancient truths are taught in a way directly applicable for the modern man's personal.
Plus courses, delegates and teachers from 50 plus countries directly contributing to Nithyananda Hindu University. Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Swamiji is revealing the science of Nithyananda Rajavidya Gurukul and its significance.
Unwashed Hindu things. Long rituals are the most powerful method, science, kriya. To awaken process of life, like gravity, how all these are fundamental forces, principal forces externally. Internally, there are 21 life energies. Is accident, life is accident, money is accident. Very less is planned, much is accident. And I tell you, I have seen people become thieves. You own trillions. That is why you steal millions. If you know you own trillions, why will you steal? Each of my Gurukul kid is $1 trillion economy. I tell you. Each of my Gurukul kid, the power, one child plus one child is a two child. But in the Gurukul ecosystem, one child plus one child is 11. 1, 1. Not 1 plus ecosystem. Understand? That is why Gurukul has to be with the ecosystem. Because when team of kids or balasans or sannyasis or brahmacharis, when they sit as one team, of life energy is different. The multi-dimensional logic of life energy is different. People cannot understand this Sankhya. Them is all about life.
The world. From the field of nutrition to education, from protection of religious freedom to the revival of indigenous traditions. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism sincerely cautions to the world by Devi Parashakti. the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, manifesting as the Nijavatara and came down as the Nijavatara. People of India, listen, carefully listen. Time after time, Bharadam is the Jnana Bhumi, where in life, the ship I did to save the cosmos from being destroyed, that is called Adi Kailasa. The ship I did years, knowing the great deluge that is going to happen, all the Aushadas. By this Guru Purnima, that Jnana Rasavadam, Navabhashana will come in line and will take the dip in Anandalingam. Listen well to my words. For India, without talking, just as the lip service, go to Adi Kailasa. Crores of people will come there looking for health, Navapashana, water feast, and medicine to get the health and protection and enlightenment. To protect people from the great destruction, I, Parashakti. It is Kailasa that has opened its doors to one and all without exception. It is the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, with his grace and compassion, opened his homes that are built by the Nijavatara himself, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Swamiji. So this is the immense opportunity to one and all to protect themselves from this Adinam in Tamil Nadu, Thiruvannamalai Adinam in Tamil Nadu, Rajapalayam Adinam in Tamil Nadu, Puduvai Adinam in Puducherry, Patnam Adinam in Tamil Nadu, Siragapadi Adinam in Tamil Nadu, Sri Puram. So what we are seeing is the immense compassion that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness on children, how much the children are suffering because of the lack of education, the amount of anxiety and mental disorders that the children humanity, and what is the only solution for us to protect ourselves from this pralaya, which is come and be part of this COVID care protection centers in Adi Kailasa. Now, in the next segment, we're going to watch a beautiful video where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Nithyananda, which is going to protect the only solution for the humanity that is going to protect the people from pralaya. Multiple free COVID care centers are opened across India, which includes a number of social services, spiritual services, and most importantly, the cosmic revelations on the global station for multi-layered quarantine, emergency ambulance services, which is ICU on wheels, personal protective medical equipment, food security management through food banks, and then the organic farming. All these social and spiritual services, and as revived by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Swamiji. You have this opportunity to be CARE. So let us take a few minutes for us to join and log into the COVID Care Protection Center. You can register yourself through this link. Kailasa's Department of Education is providing the academic as well as the spiritual educational services to one and all, especially physically for all the kids who are residing. As part of this global pandemic, Kailasa has taken both the spiritual responsibility and the academic responsibility to enrich one and all and provide these educational services, especially the Hindu or conscious sovereignty. So you can register through the link below, kailasa.org/Kailasa-Care. We can just have these glimpses of Nithyananda Rajavidya Gurukul, that is, you can see here, the kids are performing the Shivastamba Yoga and also the Pratama Vinyasa Krama every day morning 4 a.m. The kids are also involved and in managing the Nithyanandeshwara Devalaya. They learn rituals, temple sciences and the rituals, for example, chanting Mahachandi Homa that happens in Adi Kailasa Nithyananda Savanapita. Yes. So the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Swamiji, the rituals that are conducted in the Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalaya are done by the what you're seeing here is the celebrations. Now, along with the Nitya Pujas, we also celebrate the Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam. As Divine Holiness Swamiji is reviving these temple sciences and community based on the temple, community living based on the temple. So the kids are all so blissful in celebrating these rituals and remote ones. They also have Nitya Maheshwara Puja. Every single day, Maheshwara Puja happens where the community comes together, live together, and have those plants in the Nithyananda Gurukul do not have thorns because the kids connect with the plants from the space of non-violence, connect with the plants and make those plants shed its thorns. The sciences that are that the Hinduism offers to overcome all the mental issues and attain your conscious sovereignty. You can see here. So here is an opportunity for one and all to register yourself through this link below, kailasa.org/Kailasa ecosystem that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has established for the humanity to save themselves from Pralaya. So do not miss this opportunity, CARE. So let's take a few minutes to register yourself in kailasa.org/Kailasa-Care. Stay tuned. We'll be right back for the next segment.
Spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign manifesting. The cosmic beings in Archavatara deities manifest in Archavatara deities and Nijavatara living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara.
Each god is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is.
When I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way.
Nithyanandam, welcome back to all of the viewers who are joining us right now. Now, I know that many of us in the world, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has literally built this Adi Kailasa Sarvagna Peetham as a ship, which will help also in order to ensure that Sanatana Hindu Dharma, it survives even past the next generation. Despite having contributed the most and ensured the most, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has faced the persecution against the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has happened, and how exactly this persecution has been ongoing against Hinduism for the last more than 1,000 years. It's the largest, most prolonged genocide in human history. Yes, while we get prepared and we're getting back with you, I invite all of the viewers to ensure that you know about of nothing but the hard work of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism to ensure that Hindus have a voice in an international platform about the genocide that is ongoing against them. Now, go back to the previous slide. So here we're seeing a little bit of a glimpse into the temples, mosques, and churches. How we have seen how the certain governments and institutions have been running in their temples, and if we see mosques, only non-government personnel appointed by the non-government Waqif board are appointed in these positions, but on the other hand, giving so much more to other religions and other different religious institutions. Why is there so much against Hinduism? Why specifically Hindu temples? And mission that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has brought down to this world is the science of power manifestation. Now, in the example of Janni Amma, from 1920 to 25th December 2018, is where we're going to see a recent history of what happened. In 1835 to 38, that there was 485 villages, that there were 123 native general medical practitioners, 205 village doctors, 21 smallpox inoculators, and 297 women midwives. The previous slide, please. Yes, can we just go back again? 10,000 to 12,000 people. So just if we see how the midwife distribution was, it was a very beautiful way that these women would help other women, and it was a job for women to going to understand this story and this example of Sulagiti Narasamma or Janani Amma, and is what W. Adams in the 1830s free of charge, which means at least 4 deliveries per week, and that's entirely free for 70 years. And not only that, people do not know that she actually used power manifestation in the medical field. Born in Krishna's towers, she could very easily detect the position of the baby in the womb. A very amazing gift that she had been manifesting. Now let's see the example of Ramanuja. From the 22nd of December 18, mathematical problem, he would know the answer without actually needing to solve the problem. When asked how he did it, he would simply say, Mukur Mahalakshmi showed me or told me. The next slide, please. Surgery is actually Rishi Sushruta. Sushruta was an ancient Indian physician known as the main author of the medical surgical compendium called Sushruta Samhita. It formed the basis of education of surgery, and Sushruta is curing of wounds and the extraction of foreign objects. Sushruta Samhita was written and practiced using third eye powers. The level of detail it covers goes into describing how the fetal develops 7 layers of skin. Yes, we can go on to the next slide. In several ancient scriptures and narrations such as Valmiki Narayanan, when Lakshmana cuts the nose of Surpanaka, and the procedure of the plastic reconstructive surgery has been mentioned in the 0.16 of the text. A more recent incident, which happened in 1781, was when the Colonel Army General times in the Vedic civilization. And during the colonial invasion of Mysore in 1792, Kawasji, driver of the colonial army, had been taken prisoner by the terrorist Tipu Sultan and suffered amputation. The remarkable operation was witnessed by 2 English physicians, Thomas Crusoe and James Findlay, of the Bombay Presidency, and was subsequently reported in the Gentleman's Magazine and Historical Chronicle, volume 64 by. Now, how was the science of plastic surgery actually destroyed? The educators and practitioners of surgery were often of the Shudra Jat, were destroyed in cultural genocide by the invaders when they destroyed all the temples, gurukuls, and peetams, where this science had flourished and was developed. As a consequence of these several crimes of the invasion, it's what we see that even contemporary India is facing this, and see that the destruction that has happened to peetams, gurukuls, is still ongoing today. And the science that the Supreme Pontiff of full history, as well as the revival of the beautiful Sarvajna Pita that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was establishing, and the attacks against the place of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's first enlightenment experience. And it was a full moon day when the Supreme Pontiff of described that experience of the first enlightenment experience that he had in this very space.
Of a full moon, when I completed 11 and aging into 12. No school at that time, usually this May, June, the time of sunset and moonrise. I went to the hill, Arunachala hill. I was sitting at the foothills of Arunachala, where I was born and brought up. Whenever I find time, I'll go and spend time calm. So beautiful. I decided to close my eyes. I was not even meditating. I was just sitting in a very relaxed way. Those days, I started with a master who is a disciple of great incarnation, Ramana Maharishi. Once I closed the eyes, the intensity of my yearning, I see, hear, who is that who is deeply discontented even about my own existence. Suddenly, one moment, something happened. like I'm being sucked inside. Idea inside and outside broke. Means now I know who is the experiencer around me, above me. I started seeing the whole 360 degree. I could see literally all the head without opening my eyes. My eyes was closed. I realized not only I was able to see my skin, everything, in everything. That whole 360 degree is me. The skin of the stone on rock on which I was sitting, the hillock around me, the sky above me, and the moon, sun which was setting, moon which was rising. I felt I am alive in everything around me, and something is outside is completely lost. I just know I am that oneness is the existence of the center of the cosmos is my stillness. Pure solid gold flowing in through my spine, which was cool. Full 2.5 days I was able to see all. Brother, am I possessed by ghost? She checked my energy and said, no, you are possessed by God. The vision of so many Gurukul kids, even adults, it's only with the lamps lit, the power of the original lamp is established. Beyond the use of senses, my message on this Nithyananda Purnima, the highest enlightenment.
Yes, moving on to the next. Adi Shaivite minority tradition community as the deity called Ardhanarishwara. So here we have the great unbroken lineage, right? And the third photo where you're seeing Mata Vibhudananda Puri seated on the Sarvagnapita as the inheritor from Isaki Swamigal. And finally, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself seated on the Sarvagnapita as the inheritor of this lineage. The same Kamandalu, as you can see. And this very place on the 19th of November 2002 is where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism here is as shown, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism had literally began and established, explaining the significance of this very place here. And on this occasion, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism had himself served. This is a beautiful example of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself beginning once again all of the spiritual and religious activities in this place, and as it is continued until today by all the disciples of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And in 2006, here's some photographs of how the community created a humble roof for spiritual and social activities such as the Annadan, yoga and meditation, puja and spiritual discourses in Pavalakundru. And devotees offer puja to the Sadhashiva, the Paramashiva Shila, the very place, enlightenment, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism had the experience of the first enlightenment experience. And now on the 25th of June, 2017, here we have the worship which continues at Pavalakundru by the monks of the Sovereign Order of Kailasa. Every one of us realize is this cosmic airport, this place for all the avatars and spiritual experience to happen is in threat. And what happens to a spiritual Yes. No, but this ecosystem, this very place, is today still under threat. From the Skanda Purana, from the verse 80, and this is from the Guru Gita. Yeah. So, indeed, the Guru is the whole universe consisting of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. There is nothing higher than the Guru. Therefore, worship the Guru. Was an act of intimidation. The next slide, please. And we're seeing here it was pursued and conspired initially by and here you're seeing some of the bloody repercussions, consequences of the attack. Yes, we can now play this video.
பின்னர் படிப்படியாக கீற்றுக்கொட்டாய் அமைத்து அதனுள் பஞ்சலோகத்தால் ஆன முருகன் வள்ளி சிலைகளுக்கு இணையாக நித்யானந்தாவின் சிலையை நிறுவி வழிபாடு செய்ய ஆரம்பித்துள்ளனர் எச்சரிக்கை விடுத்தார். அதற்கு அந்த இடம் தங்களது பயன்பாட்டில் உள்ளதாக கூறி நித்யானந்தாவின் சீடர்கள் சில ஆவணங்களை எடுத்துக் காட்டினர். அதை ஆய்வு செய்த உமா மகேஸ்வரி இது புறம்போக்கு இடத்தை ஆக்கிரமிப்பு செய்ததற்காக வழங்கப்பட்டுள்ள எச்சரிக்கை நோட்டீத்து எறிந்து காவல்துறை உதவியுடன் அவர்களை வலுக்கட்டாயமாக இழுத்து வெளியேற்றினர். பின்னர் 5 நாட்கள் அமைதி காத்துவிட்டு கடந்த 22ஆம் தேதி பவழக்குன்று மலையின் மீது ஏறிய நித்யானந்தா சீடர்கள் அங்கு பூஜைகள் போர்வையில் பவழக்குன்றுக்கு அழைத்துச் சென்றனர். அங்கு பாறைக்கு மஞ்சள் குங்குமம் பூசி மலர் மாலையிட்டு மணியடித்து பூஜைகள் செய்ய ஆரம்பித்தனர். அவர்களை விசாரணைக்காக அழைத்துச் சென்றனர். நித்யானந்தா பிறந்து வளர்ந்தது திருவண்ணாமலைதான். அவரது தலை
of murder was actually executed against the monks and female monks of the Pavalakundru Adinam and the initiated monks of the Sovereign Order of Kailasa. On the 16th of June, very gruesome visuals of what happened and how brutally the sannyasis were assaulted. And even the ASMT monk facing inhuman treatment, and how the media houses misrepresenting all the monks as criminals, even though in this threatened by the government officials, and how one of the ASMT members was brutally attacked by the police. Now, this is Srinit and then beaten with iron rods and his head, shoulders, and legs. He fainted from the pain during this attack, but the attackers did not stop hitting him and wanting to kill him on the spot. To the Paramashivoham, the district collector, without giving any prior notice, executed a planned attack with a clear intention to vacate us. And mob attempts to lynch 3 innocent monks at Pavlakundru also occurred. Repeated attacks made assassins incited with hatred by caste supremacists and at the Paramashivoham. Reason being the monks resisted the false accusations and the claims made by the police and other people. The mob was very well known to the authorities as the monks of Kailasa, and here we're also seeing more media coverage of the attacks against Pavlakundru. Yes, now let's go on into 22nd June, the 6th attack. On the 22nd of June 2017, without any reason, people they held the female sannyasis in the police station till much later in the night. And Hindu monks, Hindu rituals, and sacred sentiments were treated in such a proportion. These attacks continue until 2018 and even until this year. Himself is vandalized, and they had literally attempted to lynch the ASMT community members when they could not reach the Supreme Court of Hinduism. Then they had assaulted the aged caretaker as well. The next slide, please. And the persistent abusal of this extremely valuable rare hair tore and pulled down the saffron robe, which was there to decorate and adorn and ritualistically placed on the Paramashiva Shila, bringing it down to Sanatana Hindu Dharma. And the violence against the revival of Kailasa shows how in danger Sanatana. But Kailasa is the very solution where we can be absolutely protected and we can ensure. Video.
That's the only hope we have. Already, Kailasa has signed the treaty and judiciary. We are going to do it as per Hinduism, with a Hindu constitution. This is the only hope we have for the future. That's the only hope we have. And anyone wants to take Apat Sannyas to protect Hinduism, Hindu scriptures, promote Hinduism and keep it alive and share it with the whole world. Already we have got a property with autonomous Hinduism, protecting Hinduism, preserving Hinduism, preaching Hinduism, non-violence, life positive principles, and keep the human where you will not be mob lynched. You can live peaceful Hindu monk life. Live and study Hindu scripture. If Hindus are thinking Hinduism is going to be treated, wake up to this truth. Even for telling this, I would have been arrested if I was available to Indian police. You have to face the law. They cannot change the narrative into I was mob lynched because I was the whole narrative. Now I am in a place where they cannot change the narrative. If they kill me, they have to face the law. If they eliminate me, they have to face. How they mob lynched my Yogini Sarvanya Pita in Gujarat. Sarvanya, but media twists and gives the absolutely different story. Now they don't have iota evidence, but they already destroyed the whole ecosystem, whole Sarvanyapita. The Sarvanyapita is destroyed. If I was available, they would have given me to the mob to kill. Unfortunately for them, unfortunately for me, I was not any Sarvanyapita even once. And for years, I have not even gone to Gujarat. And they even filed a charge sheet.
We can go on to the next slide now. Yes. All the pillars of Hinduism are being revived through Kailasa, whether it is the Annalaya, the temple, this program on the persecution against the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And as we conclude today, I request each and every one of you to spend a few minutes and share with Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om.
Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara deities and Nijavatara living incarnation, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan,
is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge to enlightenment. Each God,
just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish the sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
Ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. We get you direct spiritual support and we make sure you become wealthy. A space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva.
We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that.
Of suffering, we have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background for life continuously. E-Kailasa is any spiritual service helping you to complete with your life negativity. Withdrawal from life, self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, so much of tiredness, laziness, we can support you, aligning your diet, your If you are interested in enlightenment, we will immediately bring this to you. If you are not interested, we will. Enlightenment is the birthright of all human beings. Kailasa is responsible to provide that to all human beings. Kailasa is from all cultures, time zones, backgrounds, gender, nationality, race, from every creed. So this absolutely perfected knowledge available to you, served to you in your home without even you moving out of your couch.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask. Bless you.
You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge.
Sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish the sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can.
We get you health. We get you ability to build new, just good life. We will literally not stop till you live enlightened life. Manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva.
I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that.
Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. What is power manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagwan himself explaining what is power manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness